Hello guys, welcome to the Fifth Down Huddle. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you like the video, please like it, please subscribe, turn on post notifications, watch any other videos on my channel that you're interested in. If you like the content, subscribe. That's all I'm going to ask of you. Now let's huddle up and let's get right into this burning question I have and that I've been thinking about a lot since watching a lot more of these XFL games. Should NFL teams look to the XFL for players, possible prospects? Yes, I think they should. Now, here's the thing. We have to look at players in the XFL in a similar light to those in college football. And what that means is that when you look towards college football, you see players and you don't often dismiss them as possible NFL starters even, like Tua Tagovailoa, like Justin Herbert, because they're playing lower skilled players than the NFL. You don't look at that. So it confuses me because it seems like everyone looks towards the XFL and says, oh, well, they're playing a bunch of XFL players. Well, the majority of the XFL players are better than the majority of college players. The XFL is taking the best college players that aren't on an NFL team. That's what they're doing. So you are, at the very, very, very least, the XFL average skill from player to player, is about the same as college football, at the very least. I think it's more than that, but at the very least, I'll settle with that. Now, in the XFL, the skill level is higher than that of college football because, like I said, the XFL pick the best college players aren't in the NFL. So when a player like P.J. Walker is tearing apart the league at quarterback, I think that teams should keep an open eye. And I think they should give him a shot in training camp. Here's the thing. When you look at Justin Herbert, he won the national championship. And he is completely going off. Now, one of the biggest reasons that we look at him as the best quarterback in the draft is because he is tearing up these other players. Great teams destroy bad teams. Good teams beat bad teams. Good players beat bad players. Great players destroy bad players. It's that difference between destroy and just beat. That's why a team like the Patriots beat the Dolphins 41-3 early on in the season. The Steelers 30-something to 3. The point is, the best of the best take out the bad, and they take them out well above any expectation. And what I mean by that is the better players are going to destroy the lower players. That's why we look at Justin Herbert the way we do, is because he is so statistically better than other players. Not even statistically, but just in the way he plays. And we don't dismiss that because they're college players. We love it. Because if he can do that good in college, well, he might as well be able to do at least decent in the NFL, right? So why don't we look at P.J. Walker the same way? Like I said, at the very least, the XFL skill level is just about the same as college football. So why don't we look at P.J. Walker the same way we look at Justin Herbert? Maybe not the exact same, but maybe like someone like Jordan Love. Why don't we look at him as a possible prospect? And it's interesting. A big thing that could possibly happen is if P.J. Walker wins the national championship and keeps playing the way he has in the first 3 weeks, man, oh man, I would expect a team like the Colts, the Vikings, the Patriots, one of those teams that aren't in dire need of a quarterback, but will probably need one soon or might need one soon, like the Vikings, Kirk Cousins, he's good, but maybe a player like P.J. Walker could come in and challenge Kirk Cousins. The Colts, Jacoby Brissett's in there, but he isn't really doing a great job. He's doing okay, but not great. What if P.J. Walker could do great? The point is we don't know. The same goes with the Patriots. Tom Brady possibly retiring, possibly leaving. Bring him in. Try him out. It could be an easy solution. And it's just, I saw in XFL posts, or some news outlet, some sports news outlet, posted a picture of the stats of P.J. Walker when he played. And there were all these comments talking about how PJ Walker, he's playing against XFL players, that's why he's good. He'd be terrible in the NFL. He completely. They're basically saying, if he was a swimmer, he'd jump into an Olympic pool and belly flop and drown. That is basically what he's saying, or what they are saying in the comment section. And I don't know, it made me want to talk about it because I feel like PJ Walker could definitely be an NFL prospect and other star players in the XFL as it moves on. If we see consistent players doing well above average in the XFL, you can definitely expect the NFL teams will give them a shot, at least in training camp, maybe even in the preseason, and if they continue to do good in the real season, in the postseason, anything. The point is that these players have ability, and we shouldn't rule them out just because they're playing in the XFL. We don't rule college players out just because they're playing in college. We recognize skill in college. Let's recognize skill in the XFL. The same goes for XFL coaches. Pep Hamilton, he's been doing great in the XFL. Coincidentally, he's on the same team as PJ Walker, but the point stands in that the DC Defenders are a great team. Pep Hamilton's doing a great job as a coordinator. And honestly, I think an NFL team should look to him the same way they would look to a college coach that was doing great. Maybe not bring him on as a head coach or as a coordinator, but bring him on as a lower coach, wide receiver coach, quarterback coach. Give him a shot. Because if he's doing great in the XFL, maybe he could do good in the NFL. Or maybe he can continue to do great in the NFL. And the point is, we don't know for sure. So I believe that those teams should give these players, these coaches, a chance if they show up. Now, don't pull them out in the middle of the XFL season. My point: keep waiting until the end of the XFL season. Make sure they don't fold. And then if a player like PJ Walker is still doing great, a coach like Pep Hamilton's still doing great, bring him in. Give him an interview. Give him a workout. See how they do. And if you like him, give him a shot. But my final point is that we should look at XFL players the same way we look at not NFL players, my bad, college football players. We shouldn't write them off just because they're playing XFL players. And we shouldn't write off college football players just because they're playing college football players. Great players are going to destroy bad players. So when a great player destroys a bad player, maybe a great player can just beat a good player. You never know. That's my point. And yeah, thank you guys for watching. I just wanted to bring that up quick, wanted to talk about it. Just because, I feel like a lot of people are writing off these XFL players that have true skill. You can see it in their game. And yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I'll post again tomorrow, and I'll see you next time.